Hello. Hello.
Hi.
What's up? How are you?
I'm very fine. Bit tired from day job work, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah, yeah. These are times when, that
They
is,
are.
you do
Okay.
what you
Good that
can right now.
you were able to come here. I know it can be like after having a work day and coming here, it can be
It's
something.
all good.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for being with you on the stream. It's a really good thing you're doing here. I think you should do basically you're giving people like me. We have a big problem reaching other people. You give us a chance to show the game, to tell something about our game, because most often people get maybe one image or short video on it, and that's it, right? And
Yeah, exactly.
exposure
Yeah.
is so valuable.
That's how we see
Yeah.
it actually. Like we have unique content for YouTube and for Twitch as well, of course.
Awesome.
That's one of the reasons. So, yeah, the game is on, right? Can you tell something
Yes.
about the game?
Yeah.
Can I tell something about the game? Sure, I can. It's a. I had something to do with it a little bit. It's our first game. We are a small team of 2 people, my cousin and I. We finished our university degrees early last year and decided to, or we saw that the big sea is coming. Nobody can go outside. The world is burning, and we knew that there might be a chance that we can't go to work that fast. So we decided, okay, I can program. My cousin studied game design. Let's do a game, right?
Yeah.
We always wanted to do that. That's our chance to do that. And so we started in April last year developing the Malmyr. We first planned to be done in September. That didn't work out fully because we had other stuff going on in between. But after, that's my brother. Hey, I'm in television. So we finished our game in December, released it. The game itself is a strategy building game, but with a very big amount of puzzling going on. It's something people, if you see the game, the first thing you see is that there are difficulty settings.
Yeah, if you saw me playing the previous game, that's why I'm checking this right now.
It's not that hard to do, but if you give me a moment, I can tell you something about that. It's very interesting. The games itself is very hard to play. It is. So we at some point saw a lot of people not being able to finish the game past, I think, mission 7 or 8, because it's very hard. It's a complex game. So we decided we didn't know where to fixate the difficulty of the levels because they are all so different. One level, the rules are very, very diverging between each of the levels. So we said, why not give the player the chance to set their own difficulty? If you go into the menu, the difficulty settings, you can see that we basically exposed some parameters to the outside, like a selling factor. If you are totally crazy and I would never play that way, and I have never played that way, you could say that you only get a 1/10 of the money. I'm not sure if it is beatable that way, but it might. Who knows? But the default settings can get very hard early on, so some people might want to put it up. But I think we can do it. We can do it. I believe in you.
Skills.
Yes,
no
yes.
cheat mode
Awesome.
yet.
You don't need skills and, so to speak, you need brain.
So we start with the campaigns, right? I was trying beforehand a little bit of campaign and single mission. And what I learned is that there's a tutorial kind is when you start the campaign.
Right.
It starts really slowly. Not really slowly, but I mean, it tells what to do. And it seems to be much nicer. Yeah.
That's some very big point. We worked on that a long time because people had problems. One thing we are actually doing something different. Our game does things different, and as soon as you have things that are a little bit different, people begin to have assumptions. It looks a bit like Anno, so it has to play like Anno, right?
Yeah.
But it does not. So it's very hard to fight against that. It's basically, there's this, for Magic the Gathering, the lead developer, Mark Rosewater, Morrow, he has a saying that you should not fight human nature. Never.
Yeah.
That might be something we did a little bit. We might also have underestimated how hard it is to get people to actually rethink what they think to know. But as you see, we've got a wiki in there. We are taking it very slowly. The basic elements of the game are introduced over 3 levels, basically. The first 3 levels are tutorial-esque.
So yeah, I like the dialogue. Like I was going through this dialogue when I was testing this game, and yeah, there's that kind of humor as well. Like in the first game.
Like in the first game, yes. It is not meant to be very dramatic or it's lighthearted. It really is.
Yeah. The names are funny and
look at that name, right?
Yeah, like I know some Roman numbers, but
2112. Do you know it? What it means?
2112.
Oh, how did you know that?
I don't know. I just like my intuition was telling me again something.
You are ready for Malmyr. I can go. I don't have to tell anything. Yeah, but it is very lighthearted, and it is meant. There is a story, and it was important for us that every mission, every one of the 12 missions, has a story background. Every building that is introduced to the game, every new building, is tied to that story. There's a reason for the buildings because we feel it's important to be around game. But it is not. It won't win a literary Nobel Prize, right? But you can see who
does the job.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. It does the job. Like
it does the job, and it is like you said, it does the job. But you can see who is good. You can fairly early estimate who's not that nice and good in the game of the characters.
Voit, that's actually a Finnish name we have here.
We might have borrowed a lot of words from the Finnish language and butchered it. Yeah, it's the game. I don't know if you do already know that, but the game is about dwarves. There were dwarves once. They are no longer there, and that's part of the story. And a lot of the words, what other authors also do is take from the Nordic languages there, from Norwegian, Finnish, Swedish sometimes.
Okay.
So a lot of word, or at least parts of words, we took and thought, that's a nice sounding word. And maybe someone from Finland sees, that means iron. I know that part.
Yeah, it's always fun to. We're a small country, so you know when there's something about your country somewhere, we get excited. Exactly. More excited than we should, sometimes at least. So yes, start exploring, explore new land.
I have to ask, by the way, is 2112, is that a reference to the Rush album? Or
no, that's by incidents, but that's also a coincidence. Another one, the name for Reinhardt. We decided on that name in I think March, April, really early in the first development steps, and by pure chance, we released the game on December 21st, 2112. And that was really an accident. I saw that after setting the dates in Steam. Oh, okay, cool.
that
was a nice one.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's
right.
Also not Rush. But it's...
No, it's not actually. No.
Okay.
Chopping down some trees, but at first we should build some huts for woodcutters. So I need to make huts and... Oh, okay, yeah. So I can have a... Yeah, here. And some more.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing you can see here is most players get it really quick, but other players have problems with that. We inverted the building controls, so to speak. In a lot of games, you have a building menu. You select your building. You select where you want to place that building, and we inverted it since we have discrete tiles there. And we wanted to have not that much clutter on the screen at the same time. We decided, okay, maybe you have to. Let's see if he gets it.
Versus space, yeah.
No,
I'm
it's
slowly
not
getting
space.
there.
It's pausing the game with space.
Yeah. It's somewhere here, or no?
One thing a lot of people have problems with is
clicker. Yes.
clicking or just reading the manual. That's something.
Oh,
I have to
something
say,
that people like me are not doing.
Yeah, the manual isn't that like the developer's opinion. Just
don't tell me how to play this game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then I go and die. Yeah. Control rows by clicking white dots. Oh.
Okay, now we go to the words. But that's something. That is what I said. We do things a bit different, and so it's hard to get the players to understand that actually what we are doing different. I'm pretty sure it's not that strange of controls we are. It's not that hard to play, but it needs that certain moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have never played like you were saying, Anno
or we took a big chunk from the Settlers.
Yeah.
I have played Settlers actually.
Yeah, I played that as well.
And
can you give me more hints, by the way?
I can do so. I was waiting for a good moment.
Oh,
so that's our Easter egg mode. At some point, very late at night, I thought, first person view, that would be cool. so a couple of our that's Maximus. He's the real ruler of Malmyr, but and at some hours later we had a first person mode. You can control it with WSD, and you can jump with space.
Whoa!
You can fall down without space.
I didn't die. That's good.
No, you don't.
Oh, so I can go like.
No, you have to go there. You're spawning.
Oh yeah.
Jump. Yes, nice.
I'm sorry about how I play this game.
No worries. Go for it.
This is something that I personally have never seen in a building game. It's like that you can turn it into FPS mode. That's something new.
I've took that from Anno again. Anno
all right.
18.0, whatever the current title is, has it. And the first game I knew is, do you know Theme Park?
On the Super Nintendo. I played it a lot when I was
They had a first-person mode.
Yeah, I remember you could do the rides. You can jump into that roller coaster.
Are you talking a newer version of Theme Park or the old version? I mean, I don't remember that kind of first-person mode.
It wasn't Super Nintendo. I only had it on Super Nintendo, so it had to be that one. So I'll give you a tip. If you go to a road, typically by transporting resources from A to B, you use roads. These roads need to be connected.
Yes.
Maybe you want to connect it to the big building that says, this one. Yes, right.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
and normally things go into the direction arrows point.
Mhm.
All arrows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Close.
Oh, there's a lot of. So this is how it
Yeah.
works.
So and now you have no money left. You you can click on the towns on the center.
Yeah.
The Royal Trading
Boroughs.
Post. Just click it a bunch.
Ah, yeah. Of course. Oh, now I can see. Yeah, it bounces. Oh, 726.
Are you mining right now or something like that?
The lumberjacks or some.
The lumberjacks are cutting wood.
Yeah.
They are producing the wood. And every building, you can see that. I'm now taking the role of the wiki. I think that's the easiest way to do this. It is the easiest way. If you click on a building like the woodcutter, you can see at the top. You can see it costs 3 upkeep. It has a capacity of 512. At the top of the window, at the bottom right. Yes, right. It costs 1 worker. And to the right of that, you can see how long the current transport is ongoing.
Okay.
That's the little clock there.
That's cool. So I made a kind of mistake when I put these next to each other.
No, you just could build a road.
Okay. Like this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. Yes. First thing I did right, I believe.
The first thing you did right was starting the game.
Transport raw foods, vegetables. Okay. Ooh, yes, perfect.
Right.
Yeah, we need more roads for this, for example. Yes. Okay, see, I'm not that stupid. The game is paused, thank you. Oh, well done. Now we have enough money to build a town, yeah? That's right, and I need you here at my side, Voitto.
So I have to ask, what was the idea of building those squares? These the field we're playing.
The initial idea came from an incremental game. It's called Territory Idle. That was the initial spark of the idea. They have the graphics are very simple of that incremental game. They have squares and you build buildings on that. But the game, and then they produce, for example, wood. But the Territory Idle game, it didn't make use of the space of the room. There were no roads and stuff like that. That's something the idea became later. But this discrete idea of discrete fields just stuck, and we liked the aesthetic of it.
Yeah.
The floating up. If you look closely, the world is totally upside down. You've got the sky and the ground, then you have the clouds, then you have the world. It's totally okay.
Didn't realize that.
Yeah. You don't, because it fits. It fits together.
Yeah, I thought it was like water, but now when you say it, it's like stars over there.
Yeah. Build food market. Okay.
So there's like one thing happening there per square as well. You cannot probably build more than one house or like one sawmill or something per square. So
no, you only build one building.
Yeah,
it's a discrete thing.
Yeah.
One thing that is very different to other games is you have to actually transport your resources to the buildings. Something like a farm, for example. If you look at the bottom right, you can see you need to deliver something to it to build it.
Ah, okay.
Like 75 wood.
Okay. Ah, sorry. Wonderful. Ah, this is a clever thing to do. Oh.
Yeah, okay, so here you go.
You have been teaching me a lot. This is awesome.
But that is also something we are doing different. In most of the games, in these buildings games you don't have to transport the raw resources by yourself, basically. You don't have to plug the roads, and that's the idea of this game, to do that.
Yeah,
But if you
I like the idea.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it actually is. It's
yeah, it seems that I'm struggling, that's true, but I still like the mechanics of this game. Doesn't mean that I don't like when video games are easy. Let's say it like that. Yeah.
We also wanted to have it with a certain complexity to it. The game itself, it's not that complex. It's a handful of rules. The rule set is very slim. But this initial step to understand, okay, I have buildings that produce resources. I have buildings that receive these resources. And like Syncope just wrote, Anno, for example, does it. It has this transport system, you're connecting roads, but in Anno it's abstracted away from the player. There are market cards, and they are going from A to B, but they are going on their own. And this little bit more is what feels complex to a lot of players.
Yeah, and it also makes it seem a little bit more real in some kind of way.
Yes, but that's not something people understand at the first glance, right? Some people say, I had players in testing. We did a lot of testing, and at one player that I said, yeah, you have to connect the woodcutter, or he was thinking like 20 minutes. He was thinking about how to do that. He didn't get it. He really did not. And at one point, he thought to himself, maybe I have to build a road from the woodcutter to the building. Nah, that would be nonsense. It would?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just
makes sense, right?
Yeah, it's it.
But that's the way it is. That's the expectation thing I said earlier. Yeah. People have certain expectations to the game, and we are doing something innovative there, and we have a very hard stance with that.
Yeah, that's actually good. I haven't been thinking about it, but when, for example, played like lots of Transport Tycoon when I was younger, and you put like a sawmill, and it's like appears in the middle of the woods, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, easily we have gotten used to that things just come
yeah, exactly,
out of nowhere.
Yeah. So to explain the town building a bit more here, if you go to the market, could you click on the market real quick? Now that's the small trading post.
Trading post, yeah.
That's
food
yes.
market, yeah.
It has a radius, as you can see.
And yeah, I was thinking I made a mistake when I put it in the corner. It should be.
It is okay there. It's just good.
Oh, okay.
You can buy new tiles. The map is very big.
I can make it.
You can make it, right? Yes.
Yeah.
But the one house you built there, the bottom left corner, it's not in the radius. It will not get food.
Oh, that's right. They will die. They will starve. So
but you can sell it for the full value.
That's nice.
That's something we changed. In the beginning, you didn't get money, and we destroyed the resources underneath it.
That's hard.
Now the resources stay, and you get the money.
Okay, and more houses.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get this right this time. Yeah.
We haven't seen anything of it so far, but I thought I'd take it up here at some point. There was in the trailer, and you were talking about the runes that will appear, sort of.
Runes, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of those. Are they?
They are coming with Mission 3. Yes, in Mission 3, as one of the last mechanics introduced to the game, you can find random runes. There are totally 12 runes there. And these runes can be put into ruins, old buildings you have to excavate. That's something you will also do in this mission if we get there today. We will see.
Let's hope.
No worries.
This is on the way. Oh yeah, I messed up the logistic totally. It seems.
You could always just buy a forest next to a house and click it. Click the forest.
Oh
Next to the
yeah.
house, just click it. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Pro tactics. So the runes are resources global. Yes, the runes are. There are 12 runes, and they have magic effects. And it's a bit like, do you know Diablo 2?
Yep.
Yes. In Diablo 2, you had these runes, and you could socket them
I'm
into
back.
armor. Welcome back.
Sorry, battery died. I
no.
had a spare one.
And you can put them into armor, for example, and then they have certain effects, like it gives additional armor. And that's a very similar concept. You have this hidden old buildings you find, and if you excavate them, there are 3 sockets. You can take a rune and put it into that socket, and for example, double the output of all woodcutters with that. Or you can what's something we have? You can increase the production of all mines. That means all input, but also all output is doubled.
All right.
And effects like that, and there are 12 different ones. And as a little extra, that's also explained in the wiki, there are 2 special rune words. If you combine 3 runes, special runes, you have to find out which ones. And the hints are in the game. You have a special effect that's very potent, very mighty. One rune, for example, makes the ruin where you put it there's a ruin. Yes. Makes the ruin of Galwin, for example, into a food provider that gives food around it for free.
Okay.
And effects like that.
Yeah, I was just sort of fascinated by that you incorporated so much detail already, and then you have this other aspect as well that is sort of even more to it with these runes. And so did you research those runes, how they, they are said to be having magical effects, in folklore and mythology as well. So
the runes are all from the older Futhark.
Yeah.
Except three runes we incorporated ourselves for the Sil, Gul, and Mithril rune. These 3 are for silver, gold, and Mithril. And they are also the logo of the game, and that's something for the game specific. But the runes all, we tried to, of course, I read up on the runes and thought about, okay, what would make sense for that rune? I'd like to have an effect that is for that gives more capacity to the buildings. So I went with the Ur rune because the Ur rune is, for example, the ox. That's a strong, capable animal, stuff like that. And I tried to fit it a little bit because I think it's important that the theme fits in that position.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's also because you said this whole new system. Something that's very important to know for players is that these first 3 missions show you how the game is played, and from that point on, every mission has new rules. So basically, you learn how to control the game. That's it. Then a lava wave comes, and you have to build faster than that wave. Then you cannot plant forests. There are no forests. Congratulations, you did it. My current record is 1 minute 30 seconds.
Kind of close.
just to say that without hacking. And in later missions, you have, for example, you can't get any of the basic resources. So you have alchemists who have to convert the resources. You have to deliver the resource to an alchemist to convert it to another resource and build chains with that. And that's something I think is very interesting for the game, because a lot of these tycoon games are essentially always the same. If you got it, the building games, if you got the base idea, if you found out, okay, that's how you play it, then there is not much new to learn.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then
And I think that's something
bigger and
that
bigger cities and that's it.
that's it. And that's something we did not. We didn't want bigger and bigger. There is bigger cities. Of course, we want at one point that you build a real big metropolis, of course. But it's not the core. At some missions, you don't even have to build people, because we said, you just start with 300 workers because you're close enough to the last settlement you had.
So
yeah,
now I need to find a forest. Yes.
Nice.
See, I'm learning.
All right. So
I'm very happy that you like it.
Yeah,
sorry?
no, this is really cool actually, and it was good that we could actually see the first level finished here, because we are a little bit actually over, or it's the last game, so that's not any stress.
Yeah, so we don't have to hurry. We can, especially with like games like these, which take some time. It's always fun to.
That's something we learned too. Yeah, I tried to get a lot of streamers to play the game, and had a lot of contact with streamers, but it's not stream friendly. It's not the type of game for that.
Yeah,
it's very slow, and
this is one of those games, like, let's say it's 9 o'clock in the evening, and you want to play just like maybe 30 minutes or so.
No.
And then next time you look at the time, it's like 3 in the morning or something like that, you know.
What?
That's how I feel.
Something like that never happened to me. No.
Yeah.
It's strange.
But do you have anything you want to tell us still about this game? Do you have anything tell us about where we can find this
What's
game?
What's the next plan, for example? Yeah, let's start where to find the game and where to find you.
Let's do the tour. You can find us on the game. You can find on Twitter. On Twitter. Now on Twitter you find us. On Stream you find the game. It's called Malmyr, as you have already seen. On Twitter we recently rebranded, and with recently I mean like 2 days ago, because we are working on the next chapter for our company, on the next game, and we didn't want to open up another social media account for that, because we frankly don't have the resource to manage that.
We realized that we were sharing that we're gonna have you tonight, and suddenly one of our employees were saying like, "Hey, you were linking the studio on Twitter, but it doesn't exist anymore. The Twitter account."
Yes, sorry, I pulled that underneath you.
Yeah, but we found you. In the end, we found you.
I retweeted it a couple of times to make sure you see it.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to take the chance, if you have some to get some people to see that we changed it, and if there's some traffic with you streaming, people can see it. Okay, they just changed the handle at that point, because I didn't want to rebuild these. It's not a lot of followers, but it's hard-earned followers. So
yeah, exactly.
I wanted to take them with me, and that's why we rebranded it. You can find it now on Ziegler gamedev. Is the handle. Wait, I prepared something. Look at this.
All right.
Huh? That's black magic.
Oh yeah, here we go.
So you can find us on Ziegler gamedev on Twitter and Instagram, and our page ziegler-gamedev.de, but there's not much on.
Yeah, we had a huge, really huge question.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's like.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go from the top to the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Cats rule the world. Yes, you are right. I obviously can't answer the term number 2. You have to buy the game for that and play it through. Then you would be, I think, one of 4% of the players if you actually finish the game. It's hard to do, but then you will know whose butt will be kicked. There is already a free build mode. You can get it in the main menu. There are option single missions, and there's a free play mode and a sandbox mode. The free play mode is a continuous mission without story, where you can just unlock the different buildings step by step. You can see that here, right? Where you can unlock it step for step. And the sandbox mode, if you finish the free play mode or the campaign, you will get to play the sandbox mode, where you get a lot of money, everything is unlocked. The third option you see here is the Chinese New Year event map we did with with nice lamping. You could actually go into it for a moment.
Yeah.
Then you can see what we did there. I really like it. It was a lot of work. So now if you go into the first person view, you can see it.
Oh yeah, L. There's
We put decorations up everywhere. Decorations.
Oh yeah.
That's actually, I did a lot of research on this one. This is actually accurate door decoration Chinese. I also checked it. I have a contact in Taiwan. I was in Taiwan last year, the year before, and I checked with her if it's good. It looks like Chinese New Year, she said. So we did a good job there.
That's good.
Yeah. And as you could see, that's something that I was talking about. Every mission we do, almost every mission, has own rules. If you go into the normal view with escape, you can see that the map, that's the map. That's the rule of this mission. You don't get to extend it. That's the map, and you have to finish the steps on the left.
That's cool.
That's something
You always
we did
have to stay sharp.
in this case, yes. And that's something we did. And here you can also see all runes. That's a good thing. On the top right, there are the runes, the 12 we have.
Yeah, you still have like 3 of every one of those.
Yes, for this mission. That's the special thing. Oh, I totally forgot to tell something. You have 2 effects with the rune. The first one is the put it into a ruin, and it's a permanent effect. The second one is terraforming. You can take a rune and drop it on a tile, and it terraforms the tile. For example, if you take a silver rune and put it on a tile, it becomes a silver hill where you can mine silver.
So just like this, but I'm
you have just to take it and drop it.
trap. Oh yeah.
Bam.
Oh nice.
All right.
This gives a lot of options to play.
It does.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, did we have another question from Sally?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's put it back on screen because
here you go.
that's
So,
huge.
Is there a tile limit? Yes, there is. It depends on the map. Some maps, like you see here, are very small. Some are more channel-esque, so to speak. They are narrow but long. Normally, the maps are 32 square tiles. That's plenty of room you can build on. Big reason for that is performance is a problem. This is still Unity, and it takes a lot of power to display all this and also calculate all this. Where you have a lot of buildings and a lot of stuff jumping around, it takes a lot of power out of the game. So we had to limit it at some point. Will there be a cosmetic improvement?
Like really specific.
Not exactly this, but there is in every mission. From mission 2 is the standard mission, but from mission 3 to mission 12, there's always a new environment. The background is a different one. There are different clouds in the sky. The lighting is different. There are different environment noises and sounds in the background. So that's something we wanted to do to make not only the feel but also the look different of each map. So I hope I could answer your questions there.
Yeah.
I believe that was a good answer.
Yeah. All right, perfect. So, do you have any last famous words before
A
we?
big thank you. I really
Thank
liked it. I
you.
really enjoyed it being here, and I hope you
It was
continue
fun.
doing this.
Yeah, we will definitely. It's been really cool to have these and small chats over here and
Yeah,
getting a bit like different insights into these games than you would only by playing them yourself.
yeah.
Of
Actually, I
course.
have learned a lot today, especially. So it's fun to have these streams. And talking about streams, next week we're going to have a slightly later time because we are going to have a developer from New Zealand, and due to the time differences, we're going to have like when were we supposed to start, Matthias?
At least 1 hour later than usually. Let's see.
Yeah, it was. I believe it was 2 hours 30 minutes later than normally. So
Yeah, that could actually be it.
it's gonna be interesting evening as well because it's fun to. We try to have all the developers around the world to join this, and
That's super
sadly
cool.
we are not living at the same time zone. So sometimes it's difficult.
Yeah. It's easier for Germany and Finland, obviously.
Yeah.
I think we are at the same time zone, right? Or
Now
are you
the
at
time is
-1?
almost 8 o'clock. So
Oh, so you're +1. Okay.
yeah, +1 from you.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
from
Where are you?
So we are
It could
we
be,
are
yes.
GMT +2 over here.
Mm.
Eastern European time.
East Europe.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's we are Central Europe time, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. So
All right. Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
it was
It
very,
was a
very
pleasure.
nice.
And
I will.
Oh.
I want to have a message if you are when you are done with the game.
Mhm.
yeah, of course.
I want to see if you can make it. Not a lot of people can. Are you good enough?
Accept the challenge.
I want to take the challenge. So I will come back after, I don't know, 5 years. Write you. I did it finally. Yeah,
But in
I
all
will.
seriousness, just send me a message if you have a question.
Yeah, I will.
The infos are there, but for some people, it's better to just ask a question to another person. Just do so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely want to see where this goes. And by the way, about talking about where things are going, I don't believe we were asking what's the plan right now overall with development, and can you tell anything?
Yeah, I can.
You were switching the Twitter
Yeah,
account.
I think the question came in. I wanted to talk about that. The questions, plural. Okay, for Malmyr, we just released 2 UX patches to improve the to incorporate the feedback we got, and we will add a localization patch. As we will do an experiment there, it will only German and English will be hand translated, and we will put in other languages machine learning translated.
Oh.
Not Google Translate. We will use DeepL most likely, but we will write there when you select the language, it will say this is machine learning translated, because we think we want other players to be able to play it, but we can't afford to just translate it because it's like for 5 languages, it's like 16,000 euros.
Yeah.
It's very expensive to do so. So we want to do it that way. And maybe later, this depends on our time. If we have the time, we want to open the game up and basically give it to the players and give them workshop support, because the modding basic blocks are there. You can do most of the things you can already mod in the game. If you go into the games folders, there are XML files, but we want to open it up to make it easier. For our company, we will make another game. We are not yet sure what game. We will now do about 10 to maybe 15 prototypes of games. And we want to also make them more or less public so that people can say if they like it or if they don't like it, and maybe have ideas on that. And after the prototypes and the feedback, we will decide what we will go for.
That's cool.
All right,
And
that's
of course,
a good idea,
I hope you remember to send the next game to GDWC as well.
Of course, I will.
We're happy to check it out whenever it comes.
I will.
Thank you for coming, and I believe this
Thank
is
you for having me.
tonight's stream. And we will see you next week, like I was saying, again, same day.
Yeah.
Slightly different time.
Yeah. And I also want to wish all the developers that were here today best of luck in the GDWC 2020 competition that we actually now have decided a date for the awards, and that's going to be the 30th of April this year. And also wanted to, again, to thank our main sponsors that are down there. And everyone, remember to subscribe to our channel. And thank you so much for watching today. It was really interesting. And take care, and we'll see you in a week.
Yes, thank you. See you.